Are you lonesome tonight? I like it when you're lonely. That is my favourite place for you. When we first meet, if you make mention of feeling lonely, or send a self-pitying tweet decrying your loneliness, then I am straight on to you. You may as well have taken a knife to your chest, slit it open, and shouted, "Come and get me." Those in a state of loneliness are massively susceptible to my overtures when I decide to engulf them in my bombardment of flattery and zealous appreciation. Those who have tired of their single status and are wallowing in solitary confinement attract my keen interest. The red flags may then be fluttering, but you never see them, or if you do, you think, "How pretty." I may make you feel wanted and special, but all I am doing is moving you. I am transporting you from loneliness in the real world to isolated splendour in my illusory reality. Once I have positioned you there, I shall busy myself cutting you off from family, friends, and acquaintances. You will readily go along with my fabricated denigrations of people you once held dear and who you saw regularly. You want more of the sugar that I am pouring on you. To do that, you need to spend more time with me, and thus less with anyone else. It's hardly a sacrifice, though, is it? Any dissenting voices are marginalised by cleverly constructed smear campaigns against these people. But you ought to be paying attention, because those campaigns will be used against you in the not-too-distant future. You are an eager co-conspirator, happy to discard these people. How can you be so callous? With the repeated promise and reward of more of my intoxicating attention. Once all those ties have been cut, you are mine. You become dependent on me for everything. You have nobody to turn to, and thus your focus has to be always on me. You provide me with fuel. You become reliant on me. I become your lover, your best friend, your apparent support, although that won't last for long. The person you always talk to, the person you always have lunch to. As little by little, all of your other support networks are eroded, whittled away, and removed. The loneliness that you once felt may have disappeared as a consequence of your entanglement with me and the false affection and attention that I am bestowing upon you. But the reality is, I am isolating you, and I will be making you feel lonelier than you have ever done before. Eventually, as the devaluation occurs and you try harder to please me, the realization of your isolation starts to become apparent. You can then feel the very real tendrils of loneliness wrapping around you once more. I know that you will feel this, and I know that you will do all the more to cling on to me, because I am your life raft. I am your beacon of hope in this wilderness. You now will do anything to avoid being left alone. You will do anything to avoid being abandoned by me. With nobody else to turn to, or feeling that you can't turn to those people because of what I have done and the way you have allowed yourself to be separated by what I have done, you find yourself becoming increasingly lonely. Your attempts to avoid this loneliness are futile. It is too late. Your isolation was sealed the moment you listened to me. You are now so alone, nobody can hear you scream.